Press. Press. Hey, what's up? It's Akeyles. Let's talk some movies. No. I've been watching Travelers, um, and what is it? The 100, and there's one more show, Messengers, on top of Dragon Ball Super. The 100 show is about a group of people who were in space because the Earth has radiation poison everywhere. They're starting to run out of supplies, so they send 100 people down, and that's just the premise of that show. It's really interesting. It gets really deep, especially when they meet the outsiders, or the people the grounders, and even the mountainers. So it's like a really survival game. I mean, it's like a survival movie. Sorry. Definitely. That one's pretty good, especially like the first two seasons. Third season it gets a little iffy, but if you push through, I think you will enjoy it. And it is a CW show.
Because there's only like what 100 people left, or like a special colony.
Well, they only send 100 people down.
How many people are in space though? Like in a station?
They don't say exactly, but they ended up falling to the ground, and a lot of them die. So, yeah, they don't really tell.
And this we can watch this on what Hulu or Netflix.
I've seen it
Netflix.
on Hulu. I think.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think I've seen it on Hulu as well.
All right. Eugene, what you been watching?
I've been watching much of anything but my regular TV show like Law and Order, SVU, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, Scandal, and last weekend I watched the Jigsaw movie for the first time.
What did you think of the Jigsaw movie? I know some people
Well,
like it, some people
well,
don't.
after watching the entire series over the last few years, every Halloween as scheduled, this movie came off as kind of unnecessary and predictable.
Yeah. Did you also feel like the traps were kind of lame this time?
Yeah, it felt like there was like almost no effort. The trap felt like they've been done before. Been there, done. There was nothing new, nothing shocking. It's like, okay, he's gonna hang up there now, then he's gonna drop down here, then he's gonna fall there, his leg will get cut off. Like I knew, I almost mapped that damn near the whole movie through the whole traps.
Without spoiling it, do you think that the traps were that way because of the the whole twist of the movie?
Yeah,
Or,
but it didn't take long for you to figure out who was behind everything. It did not take long at all.
oh no, it was kind of predictable for them coming back after like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I was expecting a bit more out of them. I still thought the movie was okay, but it definitely could have been a lot better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, Manny, what have you been watching?
Last movie I went to go watch was Jumanji, and I was actually surprised with that one myself because I love the original. And I really don't like movies like that where, the female Ghostbusters. I thought that wasn't a good movie. So I was iffy about it, but I actually liked it a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And then the Netflix show I've been watching is Devilman Crybaby. Yeah, do not watch that in front of children. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a good
I've heard
show.
it's really
It's
dark.
not a good show. I guess so. I'm only on like the third or fourth episode, so I'm not far into it still. I am enjoying it at least, and it's adult anime. That's all I gotta say. It's only for strictly adults or teens.
How would you compare it to the Castlevania series they did on Netflix?
I haven't seen Castlevania actually. I was telling that Mike earlier today. I have
Slacker.
not seen Castlevania. I'm about to. I might go watch it tonight when everyone goes to sleep or do whatever. I'll watch Castlevania. Be
I guess-
prepared for the next season.
Hey, I still haven't watched it either. So.
Slacker. Damn, season
I'm-
2 is coming up in like July.
Mike, I'm still trying to finish The Punisher.
You got fear.
I got one episode left on Punisher, and it's been like that for like 2 weeks now.
Damn, dude. I watched that within a week.
Well, I watched the first half, and then I rewatched it because I kind of forgot what was going on.
You know what?
And then
You know what, man? I tried to watch The Punisher. Something
Oh,
about
here we
that show, I just could not get into it.
Why? Because he had a beard?
Well, I really enjoyed the show.
Yeah, Mike, because he had a beard. You know what,
I do think-
the freaking head. He had a beard. I could not get into it. You're fucking correct.
I do think it kind of starts off a little rough, but it gets better towards the end
Oh,
because
shit,
it is kind of slow.
Now what
the first episode was fire, but yeah, I would say when it started progressing, like episodes 2, 3, and 4, it started getting slow. But yeah, as it got further, it started picking up again. And I watched it. I loved it. It was like the best Punisher out there.
someone told me what they thought was stupid about the Punisher is that I haven't seen it, but they're saying that throughout the whole entire season, he almost died on like so many occasions, and they're like, "Well, that doesn't seem so special." And you have someone here, like in the movies, like John Wick, some badass dude that's just take on
Unstoppable.
everything. Well,
But I liked it, and they portrayed his PTSD really well for it.
Yeah, that's something that the other movies didn't really go through a whole lot. Granted, I mean, there's arguably out of those 3 movies, there was only one good movie. So
Out of all the Netflix,
what-
out of all the Marvel Netflix TV series, I would say Punisher and Daredevil was the best.
yeah,
oh yeah,
I will go Daredevil season 1, then Punisher, then Daredevil season 2, and then the other 3 are kind of toss-ups. I did like Jessica Jones more than Luke Cage, but I just thought Luke Cage was a little slow.
I couldn't get into the Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage was really slow to me. I couldn't finish it.
I couldn't stand Iron Fist, but
Everybody didn't like Iron Fist, but I liked it.
I know there's another
I
DC
know.
one that barely came out. I think it's Black Lightning. I
Yeah.
barely saw on an ad on.
Black Lightning already started.
I don't know.
I started to watch the first episode, and it's not bad.
I heard you fell asleep.
I did.
He did.
Oh man, I did.
It was so great, so not bad. He passed out on it. Good quality TV, I'll tell you. Good quality TV.
Oh, I've been watching Supergirl and The Flash.
So
North
that's
and
all you've
South
been
and
watching,
Supergirl?
this superhero stuff.
Yeah, I love my superhero TV shows. I've been watching Supergirl, The Flash and Sister Returned, and I've been watching The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
What else?
I'm a
Law and
whole
Order
season.
SVU,
I'm a whole
and,
season behind on Flash.
and also I've been watching wrestling. Getting ready for that Royal Rumble next week.
I go with all wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah,
I stopped watching it.
the platform might do something next week for the wrestling. That's gonna be up to Eugene. I mean,
Yeah.
I know
Speaking of wrestling, you know what I really miss? I miss the good old classic. I know Eugene misses them too. Braun painting matches.
Yeah, I'm good.
What?
Nah,
You didn't like the Braun painting matches? You know,
That shit was stupid.
that shit was amazing. And
Yeah,
puppies.
It was dumb.
it is kind of dumb, especially if you look at it nowadays. Yeah, that wouldn't they would get so much flack for putting it on TV.
Well, that's why that's of course. I mean, that's why they went. You know, like PG or G rated now. WWE has. I mean, they don't even call John
Especially
Cena's
since a lot.
they don't even
Wait,
call
what?
John Cena's move. They don't even call John Cena's move the FU anymore.
That's an attitude
What?
adjustment.
Yeah, it's the AA.
Yeah,
We got to
Good
do
thing
it
I
for the
stopped watching
chillins.
it.
We got to do it for the chillins.
Yeah, that I lost interest in WWE because they just I don't know. A lot of their storylines just make no sense to me at all.
They got to keep it kid friendly.
Yeah, but I mean, kids were watching it back when it was PG-13. I don't know what.
I was watching it back then, motherfuckers.
I was buying I was buying wrestling toys and everything when I was 6 years
Yeah.
old. I was watching The Rock and Stone Cold do the crazy shit they were doing. I watched the Braun panty matches at 6 years old. I didn't care.
Exactly. I mean, you got to think that they probably had these back. Well, as you know, Eugene says, these soft-shelled kids looked at their mommy. Mommy, what's pie eating mean?
Well,
And then
son, some pie eating means when your dad and I love each other, and we.
And then there's the matches, right? Why is there a pool of mud? Like,
Oh,
like they just
someone had diarrhea
Yeah.
in the mud.
Achilles, Terry said you need to turn us all up. She said we're all pretty low.
Akeyles.
It's done.
All right, cool.
All right. What's up, Terry?
Yeah.
Cool cat in the building.
Cool cat in the building. Meow meow.
She don't like comedies, but still likes comedies. Make sense.
I'm sure she would like the Braun panty matches to come back too.
No,
Probably.
she's a hardcore feminist, so she ain't gonna like it. Women
She's
rights.
not that bad.
Yeah.
She said
Terry's
much
not that
better.
bad.
No, Terry's not that bad.
I mean, this last couple weeks I haven't watched any TV. I think I watched like 3 episodes of Punisher, but I don't even consider a lot of those TV shows
TV
anymore.
shows.
Netflix. They're just Netflix. I call them Netflix shows because I mean, I guess they're
It's
TV
Netflix.
shows because you don't have to watch it on your TV. That's the thing. I don't call them that way. Then I've been going to the movies. I saw The Commuter with Liam Neeson, which I thought was a good movie, but I like Liam Neeson. I can watch him do anything. I mean, he's
Terry
just
said
that.
she hates.
I know.
Terry said she hates feminists.
Good shit. Good. Tell her I said good shit.
But I mean, The Commuter is basically nonstop. I don't know if y'all seen Nonstop. It's when he's on a plane and he's trying to figure out who the murderer is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like that on the train, except for this time he gets framed.
So
What's that mean?
it's like almost like a copy paste.
Kind of, yeah. Except for in Nonstop, he is the marshal.
Okay.
I think he was the marshal.
And this one, he's just some dude.
He's an ex-marshal.
Yeah, he was a marshal.
He's an ex-cop in this one. He just got fired from his job, and they kind of lure him in with money because they're trying to. The whole point of the movie is they're trying to find a what's it called? The witness, because the cops are trying to hide something, because the cops are usually the bad guys, and so the whole movie is he doesn't know it, but they're trying to figure out who the witness is so they can kill the witness. That's what they're trying to have him do the whole movie. And I thought,
All right.
like I said, it's your typical January movie. It's kind of a throwaway movie. It's a movie you watch when you're bored.
Mhm.
It'll give you some entertainment. Then I think it was like 2 days ago I went to go see Den of Thieves, which was pretty good. I mean, it was a little long. It was like 2.5 hours long, which I thought was ridiculous because the movie only needs to be like an hour and like 45 minutes. It kind of felt like one of the Hobbit movies where they added so much shit that didn't need to be there. Then I don't know why 50 Cent was in the movie because 50 Cent was pointless.
Damn.
He probably said like 10 lines total the whole movie. He had one scene where he was the star of the scene, and the rest of the movie he was kind of just a background character who just kind of stood there.
Now,
And
now,
saved.
Fred, let me ask you a question, Preston. Because when I see movie trailers, right, they put certain characters or certain actors in this trailer to gain interest in that movie. So when you first saw the movie trailer, you saw 50 Cent. Did you think it was gonna be like a 50 Cent based movie where everyone else being like background characters?
I thought he was gonna be one of the main bad guys
And
instead
that's
of it was
and
the
that's how
white
they got
dude. It was that. Well, I didn't go see it because of 50 Cent because I don't care for 50 Cent's acting that
But
much, to
but
be honest.
unfortunately, a lot of people went to go see it for 50 Cent.
Oh yeah, I went to go see it because of Gerard Butler. I like his action movies, like Olympus Has Fallen and stuff like that,
Mr.
or
300.
300.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Gerard Butler's good.
yeah, his action movies are always fun to watch. Which he was good in this movie. He was the best part of the movie, or I would say. Him, uh, not Ice Cube. Yeah, Ice Cube's son's in this. He's one of the bad guys, good guys. I mean, I don't want to go too much into
Double
his
agent.
character, but he's not a. No, he's just a dude they picked up to drive. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Picked him off the street to drive and stuff like that. And you could tell his acting's still not up to par, but I mean, when you're in a movie with 50 Cent, you don't have to be the best actor. So.
That's fucked up.
I'm just saying, 50 Cent's not that good of an actor.
No,
Even
it's
Get
not.
Rich Die Trying, I didn't consider his acting good.
Yeah, I,
Well,
have
I
that
enjoyed
movie.
that movie.
What about him Power?
I don't watch Power that much.
Same
I
here.
bet
I don't
you
watch
don't.
Power.
I tried watching it and I couldn't get into it.
Same.
You couldn't get into a good show? Damn.
It's just I think it's the way he talks. I don't know.
It's up there with
I don't think
Empire. I can't get
also
Empire.
I don't think his characters are written well either, so it doesn't help when you don't have stuff to work with. But I would recommend people go see it if you're into like I wouldn't say lighthearted, but if you're into like a good action film with some good action scenes, that's all.
There you go.
That's all it is.
A
Because
good action movie.
there's
Pretty
one
good.
scene. There's a scene where there's a shootout on a highway, and the way they shot it, like you could tell the director knew what he was doing there, because the way they shot it was you could see it
Great
from
camera
both
work.
sides. Yeah, because they were going at each other, trying to shoot each other, and they were like in military form, because a lot of these dudes were military dudes. That's what you know.
Mhm.
The whole movie is them trying to steal money, as the trailer would show. But I mean, that's all I've been watching. I need to start watching The Flash because I'm like a season behind. I haven't watched any of this season. I'm sure Chaz has because I know he's a big Flash fan. Yeah, I know Michael.
I like the Flash.
Yeah.
Supergirl's is like a hit and miss.
I mean,
I hear it is a lot. I hear that Supergirl is hit and miss a lot.
I know
I mean,
Chaz.
I watch it, but it's like a hit and miss.
I know
I think in
Chaz-
Supergirl, in the latest episode of Supergirl, they're bringing the Legion back. I think it's what it is. The Legion of Heroes.
Oh yeah, Legion is coming back. I've seen previews of it.
Yeah, the Legion of Heroes. And in Flash, I don't want to say too much because Preston hasn't been watching. on it. So I'll leave it at that.
I'm sure there's a typical twist like the last 3 seasons. I know.
I was gonna tell you something though, Preston. I was about to say, you know how you say like you can watch like Liam Neeson movies quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite movies that he played in was in what was it called, like The Gray or something like that,
That wasn't a bad
where
movie.
he was in a. You
Yeah, The
thought it was
Gray,
bad? Get out of here.
where he was in the
Plane
snow
crash.
fighting, and they had to fight. He had to fight off whoops at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that movie. I thought it was well written. 'Cause they went into a lot of the poetry stuff. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
I
You didn't like it, Eugene?
I never got a chance to actually see it. I've been wanting to see that movie for a long time, maybe since I first saw a trailer for it. I just never got around to it. I forgot the movie even existed after a while.
I would say watch it if you find it. It's a good movie. It's not a movie I would say you have to see, but I don't know how you feel about Liam Neeson movies. I know you didn't like Taken 2 and 3, but
I like Taken.
I love Taken 1 and 2. Part 3 just didn't need to happen. Part 3 just did not need to happen at all.
it was a cash grab.
I was like, part 3 was like milk the cow. Let's see how
They started doing that camera work stuff. Where
that what are they called? Jump cut animations.
Then on top of that,
shaky cam is what it's called. And the movie was basically about him and Lenny getting back together. That's all it was.
Then on top of that, they made
need to get back together.
Then on top of that, they made a TV series out of it. And that show flopped hard.
After the first episode, like, dude, really?
I didn't watch that show at all, and I'm a big Taken fan.
I watched like 5 episodes. I watched like 5 episodes of Taken, the TV show. I'm like, man, this shit is boring as fuck.
Man, when the first Taken came out, that movie surprised a lot of people. Right. That thing blew up. Blew up out of nowhere.
Hey, y'all still remember that famous line in the movie? I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
But I will find you. I will kill you.
I'll tell you I have no money. But what I do have is a unique set of skills that make me a madman for people like you. Now, if you turn my daughter, I'll forget about this. I will not come after you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you. Well, when he delivered that line, I stood up like, yes! I will not pursue you.
And what did he do?
I will look for you.
He killed all the motherfuckers. And then he killed the family in the second one. I think it was the family.
Yeah, but Liam Neeson, I think he's made a lot of good movies, or I don't know if he's been in any TV shows.
Well, before he did Taken, he was basically in a lot of dramas. He was never an action star.
He was in Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
He was in
it for like one movie. But...
Wasn't he also in what's that one movie? Clash of the Titans or whatever. He was Zeus, I think.
He didn't really have to do too much in those.
Yeah.
He kind of just stood there in the first one.
In the first one, he all he did was what Preston said. He stood there and said, "Release the Kraken."
Yeah.
He wore that shiny ass armor where he's like blurry. He looked blurry every time they went to like the gods and like the special effects. Like they looked blurry. I don't know why, or that was just me. You know how the light was reflecting off the armor?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of made it.
Yeah, I think so
too. It kind of looked a little blurry for some reason. But I mean, that movie wasn't like the highest budget movie. But
last 2 movies I watched was 47 Meters Down and It. But I'm sure we're going to talk about It later.
Oh my god, It.
But yeah, 47 Meters Down is not bad. I liked it for what it was.
What's that one about?
They go down and they go cage diving to see sharks and stuff.
Yes.
I mean.
Oh, okay. And then something happened to like the wire or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're stuck down there, and the sharks are trying to get in.
Yeah, they're stuck 47 meters down.
Yeah, it doesn't help, the captain of the boat, and them were like throwing like chum in the water to like bring the sharks close to them. That's what I was like.
Man, that's what you do. That's what you do to So when you pay to go cage diving,
Fuck that.
you're paying for them to put that stuff around you so sharks will come.
Fuck that.
Because if they don't do it, then they might not
Fuck
come.
that.
Uh,
You ain't putting me in the water where there's sharks. No,
I'm
no way, Jose. I think they're amazing animals, but no, I
No,
ain't.
you swim with the fishes, Mike.
Exactly, I will.
He'll swim and be like, "Hi, Dory. Hi, Nemo."
The hunter has became the prey.
All right, so-
I wouldn't go cage diving in a cage like that though. That thing looks
Exactly. That
old
cage
as
looked,
fuck.
yes, that cage looked rusty as fuck.
like,
So
No, they usually have really good cages. Like I think it's rare if anything happens to people though.
So you telling me there, Eugene, you would actually go diving with the sharks in a
Dude,
cage?
Dude, I'm black. Why would I do something stupid like that? That's something y'all would do.
you usually gonna be one of them stereotypical dudes who's like, I don't swim. I ain't doing that shit.
Right?
He don't swim.
I'm not-
He
I'm
sits on the
not-
rock.
I'm not that person, right? That killed at the beginning of a horror film. That's y'all thing. Where y'all running away from a monster, y'all getting y'all brand new car fresh off lot, and that shit doesn't start. But yeah, y'all running, this motherfucker come behind y'all in slow motion, and y'all still get killed. That shit don't happen to us. When we hear that scary music, we out. We don't go investigate.
What if you're in a movie like Deep Blue Sea, where you can't go nowheres? You can't go nowheres.
I would be that shit.
No, you know what?
You're not gonna be there cooking all that food.
Hell no. As soon as I hear that,
Hell no.
as soon as I hear that music, those electrical outlets, I will look for everything. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna cook here. I'm gonna go ahead and order out.
Wait, did Danny just come in? Oh. Is that Akeyles?
Yes.
No, they not.
Or I was like a random person popped in.
Yeah, right.
Random person.
Alright,
Man,
so
We need our sound effects, man. We're not the same without them.
All right. Well, they had to have them.
people losing lives.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know what?
Well-
We all got cell phones, so I can download that Mario ringtone.
Well, let's go on and talk about our first topic today.
All right.
Shit, I thought we was.
All right.
Well, we're just talking about what we've seen and stuff. We're about to jump into some fun stuff for you, Eugene.
Oh, geez.
I know you're about to be triggered.
For
We're
what?
about to talk. We're talking about some Disney controversy that just happened like a week or two ago.
What
well-
they do now?
I think Michael's the one that brought it to my attention.
I brought it to your attention, and you're like, damn.
I never heard of it either, as well. So until Michael was talking about it in the party chat the
Well-
other day.
Yeah, Manny was like, damn. Also.
Well, Disney is making this Aladdin remake, like a
Yeah.
live action Aladdin movie.
I think I even told actually, sorry to interrupt you. I think I even told Akeyles, and Achilles was a little triggered about it.
Well, yeah, that's why we got Akeyles here and Eugene here because I know they're gonna go off on it. I know Eugene don't even know what we're talking about yet.
Not a damn thing. Not a damn clue.
Well, you know how Disney's always remaking all their films and stuff.
into live action movies.
They're getting some bonus points for Black Panther. They did a good job casting that. You know, it's actually majority African That's the way that movie. That's the way that movie should have been.
Majority of them are Africans. Really, the Africans? Wow, didn't know that.
African. Yeah.
And then
But
never mind.
Aladdin is supposed to be a bunch of Mid-Eastern people. Like they're
Let me guess. They got a white person playing Aladdin, right?
No.
no. The
Nope.
casting, the main
Worse.
cast is the main cast is fine. Like, I mean, the main woman, she's not Arab, or she's not
Damn.
Arab, but she is of Indian descent. So,
But they're
I
pretty
mean,
close, though. They're pretty
the problem
close. But okay.
Disney got caught black facing all the not all the extras, but some of the extras in the stuntman of the
The
movie
color.
instead of hiring extras that were actually of Mid-Eastern skin color.
Right. So what they're doing there, Eugene, is they're coloring people to make them look colored.
They're coloring white people to look darker.
Colored Mike.
No,
Yeah,
but they're
coloring white people to make 'em-
they're coloring white people to look darker. So instead of hiring extras and stuntmen that actually look the part, and that caused a big shitstorm. And the Disney kind of said something, but it's kind of hard to say it's okay when it's not really okay. You shouldn't be black facing people at all.
Right. I don't think that. I think that's wrong.
So it's really that hard to get the proper actors to play these roles? Nah, it's blackface them.
The only thing I could actually understand was some of the stuntmen, because some stuntmen like they do certain type of work, but when you're doing your extras, which is the easiest thing to just grab, you can go pick up any Mid-Eastern people to be in the background. It's not that hard. We live in the U.S. where you can also go to India and just get a bunch. We see Bollywood films. That's what Aladdin should be. It should be like a Bollywood film, because that's what the animated movie was. It was basically one big Bollywood film. And I don't know why they couldn't do that, but apparently, yeah. So they got caught blackfacing a bunch of people. So what do you think of it, Eugene?
That's just stupid as hell. Like all the people in the world, right? They got blackface somebody. Like really? That's almost as bad as when he wanted that white dude to play Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wasn't born black people, contrary to popular belief. He had an afro, big ass, built up nose and everything.
Akeyles, how do you feel about it?
Oh, God.
There's a lot of actors of different descents in there. I don't understand why we have to continue like recycling the same white actors and coloring their face when I'm pretty sure there's plenty of qualified Middle Eastern characters out there or actors out there.
Akeyles, these aren't even actors. These are just background people.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm pretty sure there's qualified people who can just stand there and act like they're selling stuff.
Yeah, all they gotta do is stand there, and then the people who run after people as stuntmen and stuff, it's not hard to do. I mean,
how hard would it be to go to go to LA, go to New York, big cities? Hey, we're looking for people of Indian, Middle Eastern descent for our movie. You're probably gonna get a lot of people.
I mean, look at how much money Disney had. They just bought Fox, $54 billion?
Right.
They can go to India, shoot in India, and hire Indian actors. I don't know what the issue is, because money is not an issue because they have all the money in the world. They're like the Apple of the world.
I'm pretty sure Disney knew how offensive that would have been, but they said, "Fuck it, why not? No one's gonna say anything. No one's gonna call us on it, and we're still gonna do it and make our money." Disney logic.
Oh, yeah,
You see, Disney does all this. Disney does all this crap, but like people don't care. People are still gonna go watch their movies, or people are still gonna do this and that.
It's because Disney's has some of the best marketing out there.
Right.
And about, let's say, whenever this movie comes out, people are gonna forget about this anyways. It's gonna be a slap on the wrist. They're gonna be like, "Ooh,
Yo, Preston, they're going to show you a whole new world. Get it?
oh yeah."
Shut up,
It's a whole
Mike.
new world.
Apparently, they're showing all them white people a whole new world.
Now, did you see that they confirmed what's it called? A Lion King live action?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's being directed by the guy who directed Iron Man and Jungle Book. So,
hmm
I mean, what's the point of doing a Lion King live action though?
I think it'd be cool.
It's just gonna be CGI. It's not even gonna be a live action movie. It's gonna be a live action area
Well,
with CGI animals. There's no people.
Well, see, here's the thing. Did you ever watch the Jungle Book, like the new one that they came out with?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, but Jungle
So
Book
that's
has
why people.
the Jungle Book has people though, where you can make it make sense as a live action.
The only thing I probably didn't like out of the Jungle Book movie, since we're talking about it, was King Louie. He was like huge. He was like King Kong size.
Orangutan.
Yeah, he was like King Kong size. I was like, he wasn't that big in the cartoon. I mean, he was like big, but I mean, he wasn't that big.
They're trying to make him look menacing, Mike.
I guess. I was like,
He destroyed everything. That motherfucker. There's a fat ass.
Oh my god! I thought.
But
a lot of people are like, "Well, they did so well with the animal CGI in
They
Jungle Book. Of course, Lion King will be really good."
yeah.
Well,
They
I
did.
don't think it's gonna be.
Now,
a
one of the
bad
things-
movie. But I mean, it's still, if it's all CGI, it's just gonna be it's still an animated movie. It's just CGI animation. I don't see the point. It looks beautiful.
What I do love is they got. What I do love is they got who is it? Or whatever.
James Earl.
What's his name? James? Is it James?
Yeah, it's
Or
James.
John?
Earl Jones.
James Earl
So
Jones.
they got him back. They got him back for Mufasa, and I was like, I like that.
Oh,
I wish
yeah. They actually got him to be Mufasa.
They did.
Yep, they got him to be Mufasa in the film.
They
Oh,
actually did
that's
a good. They did a good job casting this movie voice wise.
That'd be
The
cool.
only one the only character I didn't think was casted right was Seth Rogen, but
Seth Rogen's playing who?
He's-
Simba?
Pumbaa.
Yeah, he's playing one of those two. It's probably Puma. He just
Pumbaa?
seems kind
It's
of.
Pumbaa, and then the
It's
other
Pumbaa, not Pumbaa.
comedian
It's not a shoe there, Preston.
Pumbaa.
Well, I was born the year this movie came out. Okay.
But though, because of how he is, his comedic,
Well, it's just.
and I think he could do. I think he could do like Pumbaa's voice acting really well.
Right.
I think him and the guy who's playing Simba, not Simba, but Timon. I think they're the only two white people in the movie.
I think
Who's
And they're
playing
playing.
Timon?
some other
Honestly,
comedian.
I don't remember
look it
his
up.
name.
Oh.
I don't even
And
think.
let's see.
What's up, Manny?
Y'all
Oh,
stop
never mind.
there.
I think he's looking up.
Yeah. Seth Rogen's Pumbaa. Billy Eichner or whoever
Billy what?
is like Eichner, Eichner.
I have no clue who that is. It's probably just
Okay.
he's
Yeah,
probably
I don't
some
know.
comedian.
Seth Rogen's doing Pumbaa. Donald Glover's doing Simba. James Earl
James
Jones.
Earl
Mufasa.
Jones. Beyonce is Nala.
Yeah, they had to get Beyonce.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Let's see. You got John Oliver. I think he's playing the parrot.
I bet Eugene's happy they got Beyonce.
He is doing the voice
not
of
really.
Kamari.
That makes sense. I still think it's gonna be a musical. So
Beyonce can sing. Oh,
she can
Billy
kind of
Eichner.
sing. Yeah.
It's Eichner.
Billy
Yeah, Billy Eichner.
Eichner.
Yeah, Billy
I don't know
Eichner.
who he is.
Yeah, I still have no clue who that guy is.
Beyonce's Nala. John Oliver is Zazu. Eric Andre is a Zizzy. Lawrence, don't know who that is. John Caney is Rafiki. And JD McCrae
Rafiki.
is young Simba.
I wish they would have got like all the older actors, like the actor that also played all adults, like how they only got Mufasa. I wish they got one for each and every single one of them still.
Like I said, they did a good job casting that. It's kind of like it's kind of similar to what they did with Black Panther.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
they gotta be careful with what they're doing behind the scenes, because you can't just be running around blackfacing a bunch of people.
Well, they can't do it on this one.
They think it. Disney's been like this for a long time, though. I mean, this isn't anything new from Disney.
Yeah. Well, they said the actual Walt Disney dude was, supported Nazis, back in the day.
Well,
Looks
Disney animation back in the day was very racy.
Looks
Yeah.
like Billy Eichner does mostly TV series shows. He's only been in a couple movies.
You know what?
The couple movies he's been in was the Angry Birds movie. He was the pig.
Never watched it.
Oh, he was the main evil pig.
Yeah, it says Chef Pig and / Philip. And he was also in where is it? I just now lost it. Neighbors 2. He was Oliver.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's it.
I think he. Okay, I know who he is now. I think that's pretty okay.
Well, man,
See how he is though.
it's like I don't understand. Well, I mean, if you look at the original movie, Simba was played by Matthew Broderick, wasn't it?
No, the other kid from that show.
Matthew Broderick didn't play Simba.
Who
Jonathan
did
Taylor
Matthew
Thomas.
Broderick play?
Yeah, it was the other kid from Home Improvement.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor Thomas did the voice of Simba, young Simba.
Oh, that's what I say. So they're actually. Well, I guess. What do you think, Eugene? You think a Lion King movie should be mostly, let's say, people of color doing the voice acting?
I'll have to say yeah.
Is it
Because
due
of
to Africa being the region?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like they're making a European movie, right? But an all-black cast.
So I mean, they're already doing a better job than the animated movie did.
Hey,
'Cause-
I'll watch it.
But like Manny said, getting James Earl Jones back, that's a big get right there.
Yeah, if they didn't have James Earl Jones, that movie would have just failed because everybody was like, "Where's Louis Foster's voice?" At?
Where's James? Where's James at? Where's Darth Vader at?
The thing is, he doesn't really do too much either. Like, you notice he doesn't really act a whole lot anymore. He does a lot of voiceover work, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he even did voiceover work for Darth Vader. That's legit all he did.
Oh yeah, I mean,
They got some tall white dude to be the actual physical actor for Darth Vader.
oh yeah, in the older movies, he was really. I don't think he was ever actually in the costume. It was
No, he was. It was the
like
whoever the actor's name was. I always forget his name.
wasn't it like some tall white dude?
They actually tried him first, and I actually seen a video somewhere, and it just sounded like if Darth Vader was some angry Hitler. Like that's how his original voice.
I mean, technically, that's
the actual dude.
Technically, that's kind of what he is in Star Wars. Is
Yeah. True. Yeah, but I think
Well,
Oh dang! My helicopter got destroyed. Oh no! All right, continue.
well, while we're on Disney, let's go on and talk about the Black Panther.
Yeah.
It comes out in 2 weeks, and I'm sure y'all talked about it on the actual games podcast. I know Danny had it as a topic.
Right.
That it broke the record of the Civil War pre-sale tickets.
Mm-hmm. It's actually the highest selling Marvel movie, pre-sale wise.
That's gonna be the movie of the decade. I'm calling it now.
You calling it now?
I'm gonna go see it. I'm hyped for it. Like I said, you know me there, Preston.
Seeing that movie on day one is gonna be impossible unless you order your tickets now.
Preston's always called me out.
Oh yeah, I probably have to do it as well.
I already bought my tickets, Eugene.
Yeah, see, Preston's always calls me out. I'm a Marvel fanboy through and through.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with liking Marvel.
I'll probably go see it at least twice.
How about I like both? I like DC and Marvel. I don't need to be a fanboy of one.
If if the movie's good, I'll go see it 2, 3, 4 times.
Come on now, Eugene.
I see.
We're having a little debate here. What is the last good movie you watched?
The last good DC movie I watched.
Yeah, the last DC movie.
Now, this is your opinion.
The
Now,
Justice Fail.
The what?
The Justice Fail.
See?
Yeah. Well,
And it's not my fault. Good character get put in garbage movies. That's not really their fault. It's the producer's fault.
The cast itself is really good for
The cast is good. It wasn't a bad movie. I mean, it was much, much better. I'll even say it was better, much, much better than Batman versus Superman.
I think I went in to Justice League with a different mindset than a lot of people, because I knew it was going to be a mess because of the director change. Because Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon, two very different directors.
Right.
Everyone knows Zack Snyder's a serious dude.
Zack Snyder needs to step away from the whole movie genre thing here.
Well, Man of Steel was though. I liked Man of Steel. Man of Steel was okay. It was just a little long.
It was, I don't know. Man of Steel didn't do nothing.
I don't agree with that Man of Steel comment.
Actually, a lot of people were saying that the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League was way, way better than the one that we have now.
I wouldn't believe
much more
that.
better. They actually showed. And I was like, I believe it.
Do what, Chess?
Oh, I said I wouldn't believe that. I think the last good DC movie was Teen Titans: The Judas Contract.
That's animated
movie.
That's animated.
You said movie.
Well, we all know that
we all know
DC reigns supreme in animated movies and games.
Well, ever since Christopher Nolan stepped down, DC's kind of gone down.
Yeah, see?
Their comics too are really good right now.
DC comics are right now better than the Marvel comics. But
I see people hyping up Marvel comics more than I see anyone hyping up any Marvel comics at the moment.
What? I mean, no sense what you just said.
My opinion on the Marvel comics right now it's very skewed because of what happened with the last major event, and we have Agent Hulk, and the stories are all over the place.
That's actually why a lot of people don't like it, because they're like, Hulk is not supposed to be some Asian puny punk. Iron Man is not supposed to be some black girl and everything. That's why a lot of people get mad.
But the thing with comic books is characters could be anyone. I mean, the Hulk isn't Bruce Banner Hulk. It's the Asian guy's not Bruce Banner, from what I know.
Well, yeah, Bruce Banner passed on basically the gamma radiation to the Asian kid, and he apologized to him, but he did it, and it's about them I guess surpassing or moving on, or getting new people into it with different races. It's just the way that they did it with their last soft
they
reboot.
Handled it. Yeah, they handled it badly.
What was the last one? Civil War 2?
Or the one before that?
Secret Wars?
It
Secret Wars?
Yeah, Secret Wars is the one that reset everything.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mind a lot of the changes. The only one I didn't like was Thor becoming, or Jane Foster becoming Thor.
I didn't mind that. I actually liked that one.
Well, Thor is a person. It's not the power, if you know what I mean.
Right, I know what you're saying.
Thor, she wasn't Thor. She was still. I don't know why they call her Lady Thor.
That's what I call her.
Just because she has the powers. It's still Jane Foster. I mean, it's not. I didn't understand that change, but I mean, Iron Man giving it to Ironheart. I didn't have an issue with that. I think it's cool that they're bringing in characters of a different race. I don't mind it when it's a new character, but when it's just the same, it's the exact same character and they're just changing it, it's kind of weird sometimes.
I mean, DC did it also when they did the DC Rebirth.
Batman's been 4 or 5 different people.
Right, but I know.
Yep.
On DC Rebirth, they did it with Superman. That there's also an Asian Superman now in the DC Rebirth comics.
And then there's multiple Flash.
Yeah. My favorite Flash has to be Barry Allen, though.
Yeah.
Wally
there's
West
a lot
is
of different
better.
superhero variants.
Wally West is not bad. Also, I like Wally West. He's not bad.
I would say he's better, and a lot of people don't even know that Wally West is the Flash of the Justice League cartoon. So, just throwing that out there.
All right, cool. But like, since we're talking about
Is it,
DC
who's the
Comics,
main one in the main storyline though? Is it Barry Allen
I'm wanting some
Depends
more
when you
info.
start
or Wally
reading.
West?
Depends when you start reading. But Barry Allen comes back a lot. Like towards the 80s and the 90s, it was Wally West until they rebooted it and brought it back to Barry Allen.
I'm wanting some more info on Young Justice, though. That's what I'm wanting.
Oh yeah, they're bringing it back for another season, aren't they?
You know, the last I know, they were working on season 3. That's it. That's all we know.
That was wasn't it like a year ago they announced that?
And the last thing I saw was,
Yeah.
I think they said Static Shock was going to be like one of the main casts.
Hell, they made a Teen Titan.
Oh, I missed Static Shock.
They made a Teen Titan Go movie before they even got that season out.
Right.
Oh, that's gonna be straight up trash.
What?
I don't,
you know,
I don't mind Teen Titan Go. It's made for younger kids. It's
Yeah, I
a
don't like
kid
Teen Titans
show.
Go.
It's
Well, I actually tried it and give it a go, but pun intended.
if you
But,
put
you know,
if you put a kid in front of that show, they're gonna love that show. That's just how that show is
Yeah.
marketed
but
towards
I
little
think
kids.
I think it's just because I grew up on a Cartoon Network back then with all the good shows like Dexter's Lab and all of them. I think, and you know, the actual original Teen Titans that
Yeah,
they
we-
had the more anime style. I think I'm stuck to it.
We grew up with the super serious one.
Well, yeah, and on top of that, it's like if you look at Teen Titans Go and you watch it, all you're reminded of is that you're never gonna get another Teen Titans, a good Teen Titans. Even like Ben 10, Ben 10 was good, and then like if you go look at the new Ben 10, it's mainly marketed to kids, and we still like. I guess we would be happy. I would be happy if they could do both. If we can get a Teen Titans Go and a Teen Titans, because we all feel like, you know what I mean? There's not one person who saw Teen Titans and said, you know, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch Teen Titans Go.
I love.
Oh yeah, I think
I love all.
I do agree. I do agree. They can make both shows. I don't know why they don't.
All right, here.
They can just have them on different channels. You know, they're making a live action Teen Titans right now
All
for
right.
TNT. I
Yeah,
think.
they got the Robin, and he's the voice actor who played the main kid from Big Hero 6.
So the costumes they were showing for that show look pretty good. So I'm hoping that show turns out good.
The acting, the writing, the production, and everything is pretty good.
My main
And-
problem with the show is there's no Beast Boy, you know, or did they say Cyborg? Cyborg's not gonna be in there either.
Yeah, Beast Boy is. I think he's a hard character to do live action wise, especially for a TV show. I mean, you see how bad the CGI is in The Flash sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Getting an actor for Beast Boy is pretty easy though, because you just need some spunky kid, you know.
yeah, it's just I think doing the special effects for Beast Boy will kind of the show's gonna look good, and then you're gonna get the CGI, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
The terrible CGI just only for that certain thing.
Gonna be like when Barry goes to Gorilla Grodd's
City.
home, yeah, where he was inside the Coliseum. Yeah, that looked pretty bad. And you gotta think that show.
I walked in on my dad.
That's
I walked in on my dad watching it where he was, you know, fighting or whatever, and I'm just watching it. I'm like, what kind of CG is this?
it's that
You know,
it's
it
a
was just
CW
terrible.
show, man. It's CW. It's if they were to make a live action movie, it would look a lot better. Hopefully, I mean, Justice League was kind of a mess CGI wise, but I digress. Which I mean, what DC needs to do is go back to what Nolan was doing, just make Batman more of a detective, which they did in The Dark Knight a little bit, which they should have went deeper into.
Yo,
You know, when he
them three Batman movies were incredible. I love every minute of it. I just didn't like Christian Bale Bushman the voice in every movie. Like he should have stuck with the way he did the voice in the first movie.
where he sounded like he had cancer.
Well, not that one. Before he sounded like he got throat cancer.
I appreciated those movies. The only thing about those movies is it's not canon Batman, and I because everybody knew like this is the Dark Knight, this is based off the Dark Knight. Like I could understand that, but I want to see a canon Batman. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Which
Mhm.
I mean, but Ben Affleck could have been that if we never got the movie, which kind of sucks.
he could have been, but they already wanted to start him off as an old Batman, right? That's what he's portrayed
Yeah.
as, which
Well,
Yeah,
he is old.
which is odd because
like he
he's
he
just
already
now meet.
faced like in Justice League they're like, well, we made a lot of progress because we're not fighting little ticking penguins, and they're like, yeah, he's already done his old Joker and well, not Joker, but Penguin and everyone else. They're already out of the scene.
Don't let me get me started on the Joker they have right now. Yeah.
I understand every Joker is different, but this one is straight up trash, no doubt about it.
You talk about the
I understand he hasn't had a lot of screen time, but
He
I don't
didn't
know.
like it. Trust me.
I don't know if that can grow on me. The whole tattoo and a demigod on his head. I'm like, what the?
I didn't like Jared Leto's Joker.
Oh, he's a good actor. They
Yeah,
just need to take away some of the tattoos on his head. He doesn't need demigod on his head. I'm like, what the fuck? And then just him being a mobster is fine. I don't mind that. But the way he overacts, I know Jared Leto is a good actor. He can kill that role. They need to like change that character or something. And it could be fine.
And I think he even said it himself. That he's like, I did not like what they did to the Joker in the movie.
Well, they cut half his scenes off.
Yeah, I was gonna say they cut half his scenes off. They even said they did, and he was like a little piffed.
Which I wouldn't have been pissed. I got paid, so.
And I was like, he was pissed about it, and they're like, dude, they kept half me out.
But I mean, he got paid, so at the end of the day, you can't be too mad.
Oh, and speaking of since we're talking about Young Justice again, I went and searched it. Actually, they have a title for the Young Justice season 3. It's called Young Justice: The Outsiders, and it's going to be airing. It's going to be airing quarter 4 of 2018. They gave you a release date.
Wait, quarter 4?
Quarter 4.
God, that's the end of the year.
And it's going to be on a streaming device. They said, like a streaming service.
So Netflix, without a doubt.
But they said with it being on a streaming service that can be a more like adult-oriented cartoon instead of the kid-friendly stuff.
That's what Chaz was talking about. They could do that with Teen Titans.
Right.
The biggest problem with Teen Titans is they never finished it.
True.
No, it left off on a pretty good story cliffhanger, didn't it?
What happened to Terri?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, oh, we're not going to make it. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I love Teen Titans, but this Teen Titans Go is not for me, man. My nephew watches it, but I'm like,
we're a bunch of grown-ups. It's not for us. I mean, the movie is coming out. We all think it's going to be trash, but I'm sure kids are going to go see it and love it. So it is what it is.
Like all my little cousins, my cousin's gonna take his kids to go watch it. They're gonna love it, of course. It's like, would I go with a bunch of friends to go watch it? No.
It was like
I'm not a big.
Sorry. It was like the DC animated movie that I watched with with the Batman and Joker, The Killing Joke. I don't know if you all watched
it. Yeah, I didn't feel for that.
That was I liked it. I thought it was I like it. It's good.
Killing Joke.
They butchered some parts of that.
Yeah, they butchered some parts, but it was like adult. It was like adult oriented. Like that one scene where they showed where Batgirl's getting it on
with Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, she threw him to the ground and just rode him good.
Rode him good. I'm like,
what'd you say, Eugene?
Rode him good, huh?
She rode him good. We're keeping it kid friendly there.
We're not kid friendly podcast, anyways.
She fucked Batman good.
There you go, Eugene.
Well, man, but like we were talking about Black Panther. I mean, so who on here is hyped for it?
Well, Black Panther. Oh, yeah, I am. I'm gonna at least see it 2 times, maybe 3.
I'm sure boxing hell that movie.
What about
you
you,
are.
Chaz?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Gonna make sure I get middle seats, reserve seats.
Yeah, the hell you are.
He's
I
gonna
know
get
you're
a.
doing
He's
there.
gonna get his. He's gonna get his Sheldon on and find the Cusick spot.
Nah.
And my lady gonna go and see it, right? Hopefully she pays
I'm
for my
telling you.
tickets.
Achilles is gonna be right here. This is gonna be Achilles. You can only be as strong as one, and that one is Achilles, and he's gonna be on the couch with popcorn on the Cody.
I see Achilles going to support this movie because the
I
more
watched-
support this movie gets, the more likely we'll get more superheroes like this.
Right. But you got people out there like burned down on the superhero genre movie thing. I think they can go a long ways with them.
Oh, there's always stories to tell. I mean, there's
Right.
shit ton of comics.
Oh, there's shit ton of comics. I mean, we can actually go into like even the independent comics if you want.
And to be fair, I don't know too much about Black Panther, so I'm actually excited to see the movie.
There you go.
'Cause
See?
I never really read his comics that much.
Shame on you, Preston.
Well, I mean, most of the comics I read, he's really not that big of a part of a lot of them.
Why do you read them?
Uh,
Just ask them.
I don't know. I
Put you
never
on
grew up.
Slayer.
No, I just never. I didn't read a lot of the characters. I always saw him as a side character because you never seen him in any of the animated movies or like a lot of the animated stuff. He's not really promoted by Marvel a lot. If you
So
know what I
basically,
mean.
you're saying he was a side bitch.
I'm not saying that, but I mean
He's
he's the. I mean he's what the.
To comment on his own. So he was a
I
side
know he's the richest. He's the richest comic book character there is.
bitch. Right. He's supposed to be. Then it's supposed to be
I know.
Batman.
I know he's badass. So I mean,
what we saw in Civil War, I was like, I'd like to see it in the actual movie, or maybe plus more. The first trailer dropped, and I'm like, oh shit, he all ninja. I want to see this.
I think I triggered Achilles when I said, "Yo, he's just a knockoff the Wolverine."
John
he's not really. He's not really.
Achilles like
He's not
why?
really.
That's the
anything like
closest to
Wolverine.
Wolverine on Mar.
Achilles like explain.
Wait, but I actually have a good question. So, do you think since Disney has Fox, we'll get reboots of X-Men or anything Fantastic
think we
Four at
will.
all?
Yeah,
think
we
we will.
definitely will, but it'll
We
take a
have-
while.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it.
Uh,
We talked about it on the last podcast.
Yo, was there ever a
Um,
good Fantastic Four movie? Like, seriously, was there ever a
Dude.
good Fantastic Four movie?
The first one I liked.
The first one is okay, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a good movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a good movie. It was enjoyable. We'll say.
It
But
was
that
entertaining.
That reboot just got awful, yo.
Yes, the reboot was trash.
From the door.
And the second
Guess
one
what?
was over. It was
Guess what, Eugene? I still haven't even seen the reboot.
Oh my god, you ain't missing
You don't need
anything.
to.
Dude, I got on Hulu.
No, just don't watch it.
Yeah,
How-
everyone I've
How the twins gonna be two different races? That's all I want to know, right?
What'd you say?
The
well,
twins.
they can marry into it,
They
right?
didn't do that. They made them adopted brothers and
Yeah,
sisters.
made him adopted brother and sister.
Oh,
That's
so
what they did.
just fuck the storyline, huh?
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the first time.
You know
people
what
got
we need?
fucked.
You know what we need? I'm telling you, what we need is a good DC movie, The Wonder Twins.
The Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins power activate. No.
Netflix series, maybe even a cartoon.
I
Hey,
wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
a
even
good
say-
animated
You
movie.
can't lie, Achilles, and I know you're a DC man. The Wonder Twins were the shit.
It'd be a good animated movie.
I definitely want to
Yeah.
see a comic
Yeah.
book of them, Apache Chief, and what's the other one? The Chinese one? I can't remember.
Hey, actually, you remember they actually put him in Smallville, one of the episodes of Smallville. If you remember that, the Wonder Twins.
Oh yeah.
Did they actually?
I never finished
Never
Smallville.
I never seen it.
What? You never seen Smallville, Manny? Oh my god, dude!
My only problem with Smallville, that show went on forever.
10 seasons. It was worth it. It was a good show.
That's so long, that show. I think they had some of the best representations of some characters, though. So
They did. I thought I was about to say Dean Cain.
I
but
heard
Dean
I heard in that movie that the guy who played Lex Luthor was amazing.
Michael Rosenbaum, he was the best Lex Luthor. Better than
He-
this jack off that got playing Lex Luthor.
Jesse Eisenberg.
That's not Lex Luthor. That's Lex Luthor Jr.
Yeah, that's his son.
Yeah, Mike, get your facts straight.
I don't know. I think he's.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that is actually that's his son.
I
It's
think
not
he's a-
actually Lex
I think-
Luthor.
I think he's an idiot. I don't like him.
Why is he an idiot though?
I just
I
don't
mean,
like. I just don't think he's portraying the Luthor very well at all. I
Well,
think
he's not. It's like Akeyles said, he's not playing that Luthor.
Whatever. I just.
Now, if you probably read the comics, and if he played Lex Luthor Jr. or whatever, really well,
I don't.
you can
I
probably
don't
see
even-
why.
I might be wrong. I don't even think in the comics they talk about his son.
No,
See?
I think they just
I
did
don't
that
think he
just
has a
because.
son.
Huh?
I don't think they
I
have.
don't.
He
That's
I
what
has,
don't
I'm saying.
think
I
he
don't-
has one.
I don't think he had a son in the comics. I will say.
but
So,
that's a fuck
again-
storyline.
Like I said, fuck the storyline. We're gonna make Lex Luthor Jr.
Now,
with red
not to
hair.
everyone. What was it about to ask? So, you know how they're doing Justice League, next person's Darkseid. Which version of Green Lantern do you think they're going to pull out?
They're gonna
Like,
do
do you think
both.
it's Hal
They're
Jordan, or
they're gonna do both.
I'd say they probably do
you
both.
think they're going to do both?
The movie's called Green Lantern Corps. They can have
Corps.
they can have all of them if they want.
No, they did.
Well,
show,
yeah, but isn't it what's the one that we got with Ryan Reynolds? What's his name?
Green Lantern.
That was Hal Jordan.
Yeah, that was Hal
Hal
Jordan.
Jordan, and then there's the other one.
Go ahead.
I think there's 4 total.
You're going to trigger Eugene and Akeyles. You can't say it.
It's
I
John
can't even
Stewart.
remember the name.
John Stewart.
John
Yeah,
Stewart.
John
John
Stewart.
Stewart. There it is.
His name that unimportant to you is you could not remember it, right?
See, I knew you were going to trigger him.
I can't remember.
I do not remember that black person's name. It's all
I grew up on Hal Jordan, boy. I grew up on Hal Jordan.
he Hal Jordan, the true Green Lantern. I did not recognize that dark skinned guy. That's like Obama being
there's-
for president. He is not white.
You also-
It is wrong.
You also have
Guy
you also
Gardner.
have Guy Gardner, and isn't it Kyle Rayner?
Yeah, Kyle Rayner, and then the original Alan Scott.
Yeah, those are like the 5 like the main ones. I mean, anyone can technically be Green Lantern if you're,
Yeah.
but those are like the main ones. The main people that people know are like Hal Jordan and John Stewart, which I'm kind of sad. I honestly thought Ryan Reynolds could be a really good Green Lantern. It just the movie sucked.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Hey,
Oh,
let me
That
ask
cloud
y'all.
that he fought.
I mean,
I think the movie was good. I think the bad guy that they chose was a
Yes.
poor decision.
I think that was a poor decision. As I thought Ryan Reynolds was pretty spot on because Hal Jordan in the comics he is goofy.
Well, yeah, man, Ryan Reynolds.
oh
I
yeah.
think-
Even in the
Reynolds can do
animation
anything.
cartoons too.
Yeah, he's goofy. Like I said, I think he did a good job. Ryan Reynolds did as Hal Jordan and all that. It's just
Yeah, I like Ryan Reynolds. Like,
But-
The
but-
writing
but he redeemed himself when he did Deadpool.
Deadpool was
That was
Yes.
redemption.
well. He actually redeemed himself as Deadpool because him in Deadpool on Wolverine Origins was a joke.
yeah, that was. How are you gonna take the mouth away from the merc?
Exactly, because in that one they said basically what Akeyles has been saying: "Fuck the comics," and did their own thing with Deadpool and Wolverine Origins.
Yeah, that
I
really
mean, but
pissed me
that's
off.
all Fox Marvel. I mean, yeah, it's all Fox Marvel movies. Fuck the story.
Exactly. I mean that's why. I mean, why have the X-Men in Marvel versus Capcom Infinite? Because nobody knows the X-Men.
Well, maybe now that Disney owns it,
Come on, Mike.
That's what they said there. Come on, Preston. That's what they said. That's why the X-Men are not in Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. Nobody knows the X-Men.
See, I think most of the Fox movies are actually good movies. I mean, they're not like comic book accurate or anything like that, but I think there is a X-Men 3. Yeah, Wolverine Origins. So
Yeah.
some people don't like Apocalypse. I thought Apocalypse was okay
It
as a
was
movie.
alright. It was alright.
Apocalypse was ass.
Yeah, it was,
I
it was
just-
alright.
I like
say it's
I like
alright.
I like their Quicksilver though. So I don't know. I
This is
think that Quicksilver is funny.
like the X-Men movies pre-Disney were great because that's how we believe, or that's how Hollywood believed Marvel movies. I mean, not Marvel, but hero movies had to be for the fan base. But once the Marvel movies like Iron Man and all the way up to the team up Avengers came out, I felt like they should have stepped their game up, and you're able to do silly stuff in hero movies, like have silly costumes, because now a lot of people are conditioned to be like, this is a hero movie. They need this material so they it doesn't tear or break or anything like that, and this material just happens to be yellow and black instead of not having this realistic thing. And the director Bryan Singer, he actually banned comic books from the set, because the guy who played Wolverine, he wanted to read the comic book to understand what his character would be like, and he's like, no, get that shit out of here. We ain't going off of that.
Well, Wolverine, I don't even think was supposed to be the main character, anyways.
You actually don't know the actor that played the Wolverine in the movies? Or Achilles?
I forgot his name.
Now that's really
Jackman?
offensive.
That's offensive, man. Even Eugene remembers his name.
But I mean, let's say
Wow.
I would say Deadpool's really good. I would say Logan was good.
Oh, Logan
First-
almost made me cry.
I would
it was
say
It was Hugh Jackman real quick.
Days-
God damn it.
Day-
He did not
Days-
use Jack.
Days of Future Past is one of the best comic book movies. Even though it's not comic accurate, but that's a damn good movie. Days of Future Past. I would say First Class is really good. Then the first two X-Men's I thought were good.
Now here's the thing. I like the Silver Surfer from Fox more than Marvel Disney.
I don't even think
What?
Marvel did a Silver Surfer yet.
No, now Silver Surfer. Who the fuck?
What are you talking about?
He's talking about
Who's that
Quicksilver.
Speedy dude?
Speedy?
Quicksilver. There you go.
Quicksilver?
Oh, yeah.
Speedy dude.
Yeah, see, there was two different Quicksilvers. There was the X-Men Quicksilver, and then there's the Avengers
The
Quicksilver.
Marvel. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I like the Fox version of.
Yeah, he was cool. He
Quicksilver.
was funny. I liked him. He was funny.
He had the best scenes in the movie.
Especially his music.
Yep,
His music montage.
yep. And when he kind of stopped time and he placed everything everywhere, and I was like, that shit's
Just
amazing.
troll the heck out of everyone. Troll the hell out of everyone.
And like I said, he was my favorite parts of the new movies.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he was.
I appreciated that scene, but like that's one thing they did super speed correctly, as in everything that they did it better than the Flash or the Marvel counterpart. The only thing is, I guess
His character is not really like that.
you can't compare. Yeah, you can't compare it because those are two different people. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like Bryan Singer should have just did his own thing based off of the comics instead of calling it X-Men. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you didn't like the Flash in Justice League, did you, Achilles?
Of course not.
He's like, of course not.
I enjoyed the Flash.
So he made it comical in the Justice League. He's probably what
He had the
made
best
like
scene in the movie. Whenever Superman was like,
yes. When he was like about to, like when he was about to,
Oh, and then he like.
and Superman like
I am-
turns his head like he's just like paused like, no, you don't, and grabs him like.
I have to disagree. I would say Aquaman's scene with the lasso on him was
That was
better
good too. I
than
like that. That was good too, where he's like just spewing out the truth, like, yo, Wonder Woman, you're hot, you're sexy, blah blah blah. Batman's like, you're on the rope. You're on the rope.
that's what I was saying. That movie Justice League has a lot of, I think, good parts. It just
like I said, they try
You
to
could-
put the comedy
you
in.
you could tell they cut out a whole lot of that movie too.
Yes.
But to answer your question, my main problem with the Flash and the Justice League movie is that they tailored it to be around Isa, whatever his name is. I don't care if I don't remember anymore.
Ezra Miller or whatever.
Whoever, yeah, him. They
He's
tailored
a
it
good
to
actor,
be.
though.
They tailored the Flash to be around him. They made the Flash younger, and they also like that's the youngest Flash has ever been because throughout the comics, throughout any time they introduce him, he has already. He's like he gets chemical spill from working at a criminal justice law. That's 5 years of college at least, right? 5, 6. So he's at least 25, and they try to make him have like ADD, but at the same time, the way the Flash works is that his mind processes things a lot faster, so he can process what he thinks or what he talk,
Right.
how he talks before
Right.
he says it. Because everything else is going very slow, and they try to make him seem like he would talk a whole bunch, like speed talk, which, like I said, is a pet
I think
peeve of mine.
I think he was just learning his powers at that time. I don't think he had
Right.
them power. I don't think he had the powers very long in the movie.
Like he barely got them.
I-
Like he was a
I
very young Flash.
know what you're saying though, because that Flash is really nothing like the comic book Flash.
Because there was like a
That's
few
what- They
scenes.
tailored it to be Ezra Miller as the Flash.
Well-
Like that's what I mean. That's Ezra Miller's version of the Flash.
Well, I mean,
or
have-
a parallel
have you
universe.
But what do you think about what do you think about Spider-Man: Homecoming?
What do you mean by that? Because I
We
felt
touched
like
on it
Like
before.
how his Spidey, like his version of Spidey. What do you
That
think of it?
That was
Because he's
Spidey.
also a very young.
I mean, Spider-Man's
You think
been
so?
different ages in the comics.
yeah, actually they always start him off in high
Yeah.
school from what I remember. So I felt like it was a better. I felt like that was like the best Spider-Man overall.
Yeah.
Out of like Tobey Maguire and
Well,
what's his face?
I mean,
Yeah, I think he was the best Spider-Man. That was I think it's my second favorite Spider-Man
Mhm.
movie.
like Tobey Maguire, he was a good
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. Yeah.
Peter Parker,
And
but he wasn't a very good Spider-Man.
exactly
Andrew Garfield, good Spider-Man.
No.
Terrible Peter Parker,
Exactly. And this
or
one,
not terrible, but you know what I mean.
yeah. In this one, he had the.
I'll be back in a
balance
flash.
between both.
Yeah, I think he gave the best performance as Spider-Man.
Yeah. The story just didn't do much for me. I liked it, but it needed more. I don't know.
It has one of the better villains in the Marvel, so
I did like Vulture. It was yeah. I
Keaton,
liked it.
and that's usually Marvel's biggest downfall is their villains usually suck.
And Michael Keaton was a good actor in that movie.
the actor was
That's-
good. Yeah.
That's another thing I'm excited for in Black Panther is the bad guy Michael B. Jordan. He's a
He never
great
just
actor.
like great actor, but this would be like the first time he's ever played a villain. I think.
Yeah, because he's usually the good, nice guy, the funny
Right.
guy. Like he started at the first movie I saw him in was Chronicle. I think he was in Friday Night Lights. I think Michael B. Jordan did that show.
Was Michael
But-
B. Jordan Chronicle?
Yeah, he was the guy who became president. He died because of a lightning bolt, I think.
I
In that
guess I don't remember.
He was the black friend. That's what. You didn't really learn too much about him in the movie because he got killed off. But I enjoyed Chronicle. I think he did good in that. The movie that really impressed me was Creed. I mean,
No,
I
Creed
wasn't
was a good one.
I wasn't expecting shit out of Creed before I went to go see it, and that movie blew me away. I was like, that's how you
like
do a
Creed.
boxing movie right there.
Creed was good, and they're making a
Ye-
sequel to it.
Yeah, it comes out this year. The bad guy is gonna be Drago's son.
Really? Who's playing Drago's son?
I can't. If I told you his name, I would butcher it.
Michael B.
Sound it out.
Jordan was Steve Montgomery. Okay.
Well, that's easy to
Chronicle?
say.
I can look up the name for you, but yeah, Michael B. Jordan isn't it Kilmore? Is the bad guy? Chaz?
I don't know if they have any of the actors on here confirmed.
Mm.
Now, the movie come out the first quarter this year or late this year?
What, Creed or Black Panther?
Creed 2.
Creed 2 comes out in November.
Damn.
Let's see right here. Says Florian Montuno is going to be playing Victor Drago. I probably
Florian
murdered his name.
Montanu.
And Dolph Lundgren is going to be in
Florian
also. He's playing Ivan Drago.
Yeah, he's a big dude. The guy they cast. I mean, kind of have to be though.
This is the Russian? Yeah, pretty sure this is when when Rocky took on the Russian.
Yeah, Mr. Steroids.
Yeah.
I mean, was it? Okay. Well, since we're talking about comic books, why not just keep talking about comic books? We'll talk about horror. We can talk about horror some other time.
Yeah.
Is that okay with y'all?
Still got it too. Now,
I'm up for anything.
I just hope in this storyline, right, with Creed 2 that Rocky has beat his cancer prognosis.
I know.
I thought he beat cancer in the first Creed.
Well, he was on the road to recovery.
Yeah, man, and I think that was one of the best
I swear to God,
Stallone's ever done, man.
Stallone, if you listening, I know you're not. Don't you kill Rocky?
See, in a way, I know people be triggering me saying it. You know, I'd rather them kill Rocky off.
Of course you would.
Pass it off to Michael B. Jordan.
Exactly. Yeah.
And let him start a whole new legacy.
You can pass it off in the third movie. Let us have him in the second.
You know what? That would be cool. So have a whole new Creed movie where he gets older and he takes on like a new kid. Yeah, I can see that happening.
I want to see him get in the ring with Michael B. Jordan.
Who? Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I mean he's still ripped.
You want to see
He's
Michael
old.
B. Jordan beat up an old man? That's fucked up.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
We did that. We had to have him Rocky 5.
Preston, what are you thinking, man?
I'm just thinking, you ain't gonna see any of Rocky's kids, step in the ring because the way they told the story, unless they rewrite it. Because
his kid was no boxer.
Yeah,
But you know what? When y'all saw the Creed movie, right, and y'all saw the grown up Rocky, his son, did y'all notice that it wasn't his real life son playing that role?
Nope.
No.
It wasn't. And Rocky 5, his real life son played his son in the movie. And Balboa and Creed, there was someone else playing his son.
What is his son's name?
His real son?
Sage Stallone.
Shay.
Sage.
All right.
Yeah, he passed away a couple years back.
Wait, his son passed away?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yes.
I did not know that.
The more you know.
I mean, look at what Sylvester Stallone's been doing, though. He's talking about making a Expendables 4. Y'all talking about him, that old man.
Okay.
But,
It says
I
he
don't
died
know.
on July 13th of 2012.
Yeah, he OD'd.
God. Oh, he was a druggie?
Said he, well,
Or
didn't say what he died of. It says he died.
But yeah,
he
he had a heart
overdosed.
attack.
Said he was
heart attack.
said he was
Damn.
known for Rocky 5, Daylight, and Vic.
I did not know that.
The more you know, Preston. Been
So-
telling you.
Cause when I saw Balboa, I was like, yo, that's not the same dude.
And they changed it out.
Yeah, Balboa had the kid from Heroes. I can't think of his name.
And the thing is, he
No, I
directed
know who
that
you're
movie
talking
too.
about, Mike.
It's Milo Ventimiglia.
Yes, I'd murder his name. Yeah, I would have done what you just said.
Doo-doo-doo. He started in a horror film that they were trying to. It was a movie where they were trying to pull off the perfect murder.
Mhm.
I thought it was actually a pretty good movie. It was weird. It was called Pathology,
Okay.
and it has Alyssa Milano, and I mean that's the only other actor in that I think y'all would know. I know Eugene probably knows who Alyssa Milano is.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a second. I was about to ask, what does everyone think of the Tomb Raider movie coming out?
Oh, I'm hyped for
Yeah, we
it.
can talk about that. I mean, who here has actually watched the
Because I
trailer for it?
know, I
I
have.
have.
It's because I know the whole, video games into movies never really do any good.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, because I
So-
mean, Assassin's Creed was supposed to be the one that bucked the trend, and that movie came out and it got a lot of bad reviews, and it didn't
was
make a lot of money.
It was a mixed bag on Assassin's Creed. Me, I went in with an open mind and I enjoyed it for what it was. I actually
Now,
liked
this
it.
is how I see it. I'm like, think of it as if Assassin's Creed never came out, I thought it was an okay movie. But because, we know the name Assassin's Creed,
Right.
And didn't
we thought everyone.
and didn't they change? Didn't they change some of the lore?
Yeah,
Yes.
Like
a lot of the lore have been changed.
isn't it? I can't even say the fucking name. Abstergo.
Yep.
Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, Abstergo, the Templars.
And the way, and they kind of in Assassin's Creed Origins, they kind of allude to the movie. Like there's a certain thing in the Origins that ties into the movie.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
But I mean, Tomb Raider. I don't like the trailer. I think it can be a good movie,
The
but
actress.
I don't think. I don't think they're making. I don't think they're making a. They're not putting out a good trailer that wants me to go see it, but I know I'm gonna go see it anyways. Because I like the actors.
Like a trailer that'll make you go hype. That'll make you hype.
Yeah, because a lot of the action they were
What was the
showing
movie she was
doesn't
in
look
that she
like-
got famous for? What was the movie she got famous
Nex
for? Ex
Machina?
Machina?
Yeah,
Or yeah, whatever.
she
Now
naked
that
in
one
it.
was a great movie.
Yeah, she's naked.
Is that why you like it, Preston?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that movie.
Fucking shit.
Not
I
because
did
of her
too.
being naked, but that was actually a very smart movie. And actually, it was
Oh, it
questioning
is.
some stuff that should be questioned. And now that director has a movie coming out next month too, with Natalie Portman in it, which
Which one?
it's called Annihilation.
Oh, that
Kinda like
I
a-
seen trailers of it. That
It's kind of like a horror film.
I-
It looks like a horror film.
yeah,
It's a sci-fi horror film. But I think
that one actually looks interesting.
I think that looks more interesting than Tomb Raider. I don't like the music they chose. I'm a Survivor or The Survivor. Isn't it like a Destiny's Child song?
Kanye West.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
no.
okay.
What do you think, Chaz, about the new Tomb Raider movie?
I looked at the trailer. I wasn't too excited for it, but I'm gonna try to go in with a neutral ground, no expectations, and hopefully, they show me something good.
Because I mean, the trailer, I can see what they're trying to do. They're showing a lot of stuff that the new games did. Like a lot of the scenes are straight
that's
out of
what
the
I think-
video game.
Yeah, like the pick, and the bow and arrow deal, the whole entire island and
daddy
on a
plot.
plane.
Yeah.
Now, what I think they're doing is they're not using the same storyline from the video game, but they're taking, like, what do you want to say it?
Taking set pieces from it,
Scenes
like
of-
the
They're
plane
taking the
thing,
set pieces, the action scenes, and everything.
the whole ship scene where she's on the boat. That was in the game. They're taking a lot of stuff from the games, which can be good or bad. I mean, they have to pull it off and make it look realistic.
Yeah.
Because I mean, some of the stuff that she's doing in the movie, you're like, that bitch can't do that. Some of them jumps she's doing, like that jump off the boat. I was like, ain't no way she's gonna make it. But I mean,
She
but
got
like
the screaming down
Akeyles-
from the video game where it's like, ah!
like Kitty said, oh, we got to go in and
I go
don't
in with an open
expect
mind.
don't expect too much. Just go in with the open mind and try to enjoy it. I mean, that's what you have to do with some
That's
of these.
how I
a lot of
did
these
that.
movies.
But so
That's
we
what I
just-
did with Assassin's Creed.
Right. That's what I did. And I enjoyed it for what it was.
I still
But
haven't
like,
seen
if you connect it to the games, like Mike, am I right? If you connect it to the games, it's terrible. But
Yeah.
as a movie alone, and using the same set pieces and everything, it's a pretty decent, okay movie.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree. That movie was fucking terrible from beginning to end. Should not even seen the light of day.
Why didn't you like it?
If you're not
Eugene?
gonna take a video game movie and adapt it to a proper movie, don't waste the time making it.
But what
Why?
you're asking is you're asking somebody to take a 8 to 10 minute story and adapt it to a 3 minute or what 2 hours at max.
Right.
And these
Story?
games are like 20 to 40 hours, depending on the game.
Right.
If they truly wanted to do it, they would have did it.
So basically, you're asking, there, Eugene, you want them to take the Assassin's Creed movie. Well, I mean, on the movie, but the Assassin's Creed game, just copy and paste it to a movie. I mean, you would already know what's going on. I see, in a way, I understand why they went this route because they wanted to kind of modernize it and tell like their own story on it and how.
How about they stop doing that?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well, actually, I have a good question for Eugene. Eugene, like out of all the video games out there, if they can make a movie and actually perfected it, make it like really good and like where everyone can enjoy it, what video game would you choose? Or like what series?
They already did it with Mortal Kombat 1. And
I like that. I like Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 was good.
It was.
That was an excellent freaking movie.
Now,
The last
They-
the two
they made a-
after it was trash.
Part 2 was trash.
Legacy, that should have been done properly and put in theaters.
Now, it's like we're going to go back just for a second. We're going to talk about like, the very first Incredible Hulk movie where it had Banner.
That was a fucking.
Oh
genius.
no!
Now, see,
Don't.
I know, but
When
I mean,
he was rolling
No,
around
please.
in the sand, I was like,
now hold on.
that shit
but
looks so fucking
This
fake.
this is what I don't go with because this is what Eugene wants. They want straight from the comics, copy paste. This is
Well,
what
that
That
damn sure wasn't the
wasn't-
first Hulk movie.
That wasn't. Yeah, the first Hulk movie wasn't.
Because apparently,
Straight out of the comics.
the Hulk was the gene
Well-
passed on from his dad or some shit.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the one I'm talking about is the one that had Eric Bana. It was a copy and paste from a comic. I mean, to me, I was bored to tears, and it was like the
Which
worst.
one? Because there wasn't one. It's
The
what
very
you're
first
telling me.
Hulk. That's what he's talking. Oh,
I'm
he's
talking
talking
about the
about
ver-
what comic book is he asking?
Yeah, because that had to be an alternate universe or something. Because
To me, it was like I could tell you everything. Like when I went and first saw, it, I'm like, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. I was like bored to tears.
oh,
My
Ooh.
biggest problem with that movie was everything looked so fucking fake.
It was fake. I mean, it was like poor CGI shit.
I
back
feel
then.
like the Hulk was portrayed well in that movie.
My favorite Hulk is Ed Norton. Edward Norton was the best.
Hold on,
Hulk.
be right back.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked the Incredible Hulk.
Edward
was
Norton
kinda
was the best Incredible Hulk.
I was kind of sad he didn't come back for the
Man.
next one, but
Edward Norton was okay. He was great, but the dude that played the Hulk afterwards, he takes the cake.
I think he's better written, and that really helps.
To me, I think he's a better Bruce Banner.
But if you look at the way the Hulk, the character itself, the way the character was designed, I thought the one in Avengers was better.
Yeah, to me, he's a better Bruce Banner. I don't like him as a Hulk, but whatever.
Well, I mean, he is actually the Hulk.
I know he is, but I mean, I prefer him as Bruce Banner.
I think Mark Ruffalo's really good, but I also like Ed Norton. I did not like Eric Bana as Hulk,
Yeah, Eric
but
Bana.
that movie was
Yeah,
that
Eric
movie.
Bana-
Was,
My boy Justin, right to this very day, he refuses to see that movie.
Yeah, Eric Bana as the Hulk was trash.
I tried watching it again, and I was like,
I
"What the
own
fuck
it.
am I watching?"
I own it. I was like, meh. 'Cause
I
I
own the
own,
Incredible Hulk.
I own all the Marvel movies. Like me,
Now let me ask y'all a question, right? Y'all used to watch Saturday morning cartoons back in the day, right?
right?
Name a superhero, right, that would be done well if DC or Marvel was to do it.
DC or
I
Marvel.
wasn't. I would like to see Teen Titans live action.
Now, a superhero that's not related to the Marvel DC universe.
Oh, a superhero that's not related to Marvel or
So
DC.
you're saying like Spawn or
Yeah, which company would do them right in the movie, DC or Marvel?
Spawn
Spawn
would
got-
seem more like Disney would
Spawn-
probably make it a TV show,
Spawn
Or,
playing. In
a
Marvel.
series.
Spawn's not Marvel or DC.
No, he's talking about if you could take a character not owned by either of them
Okay.
and give them to someone.
and
I think-
represent them. Who would do a
I
better
think
job?
DC could do a good job with the Spawn movie,
You get a
but-
real dark Spawn.
but the problem is they need to let their filmmakers have freedom.
Right. Because
Kinda like-
DC likes to do the dark roles, like the dark.
And that's
Well,
what Spawn
isn't-
would thrive in.
That's what
But-
Spawn's good at. He's a dark character. Spawn
Now,
is.
I'm gonna give y'all a good laugh, but please hear me out. I think if Marvel was to get Captain Planet and the Planeteers, they would do them justice.
You say Captain Planet?
Yes.
I mean,
I
Last
agree.
time
I can see Marvel
I-
doing a good at
DC,
Captain
yeah.
Planet movie.
now the last I knew, that we are supposed to be getting a Captain Planet movie.
Not a parody, a legit film.
I know we're
You don't like Don Cheadle?
Captain Planet, motherfucker.
that was funny, but last I heard, and the thing I read on it, Leonardo DiCaprio is supposed to be directing Captain Planet.
Can you
Leonardo
pull that up?
DiCaprio. I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio would agree to do that type of movie.
Is money not
I think
green?
I think he's too big. Well, Leonardo does movies of high quality, if you know what I mean. When was the last movie you saw Leonardo DiCaprio and that was just straight up horrible?
Yeah, right here.
I can't say.
Hollywood Reporter Captain Planet movie. Leonardo DiCaprio is confirmed as producing it.
Oh, he's
Okay,
producing it.
What
Right.
site? What website? You
I
gotta
just
make sure nothing
I
clickbait
just
portion
said-
or
I just said Hollywood Reporter, Vanity Fair, all says that right here. That he
Well,
is.
please send it. Please send it to me, dude. Like
I can't believe they're making a.
Which one you want?
What?
Hollywood Reporter, Vanity Fair, what?
It just says
Which-
he's producing it,
whichever
right? He's
one
not
is more
starring in it.
I didn't say he was starting.
All right, y'all, I'm back. What's up?
So-
What's going on now?
We're talking about Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Captain Planet?
that's
I don't
right,
want to
that
see
was that was my favorite superhero show back when I was a kid growing up. I would get up at 6 o'clock every morning for school and watch that damn show for school. My alarm was set to it.
Here, I'll give you Vanity Fair
6
and I'll
o'clock,
give you Hollywood
channel 10.
Reporter. This is
So-
not no TMZ shit. I know you and Danny get on me about that.
While y'all looking at that, if you were a Planeteer and you were going evil, which ring would you want to have?
Dude, I want fire.
I want water. I'll make everyone wet, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna have to take that earth work.
Work.
That earth. I'm gonna have to take that earth, yo.
I'm gonna have to go hard.
Why?
Why?
I'm just-
Because you could literally stand.
I thought that was the corniest ring ever.
Did you not see the episode when they went evil? You could stand in the middle of a busy city like New York, hit them with a heart ring and you have a whatchamacallit, a bucket out, and they'll give you all their money.
That power can't be used for evil, so it won't work.
It happened one time. It did when they all went evil.
What, the Planeteers went evil? You talking about
Yeah, there was
you
one.
talking about
episode.
Captain Pollution?
Yeah. Was it Captain
There.
Pollution? It was one
Yeah.
episode where they went evil
What?
and they had heart.
Dude, you talking about the episode Two Worlds Collide, something like that.
Here,
Where Duke Nukem and all them they made rings. They kidnapped Planeteers, right? They stole their rings and they made evil version of their rings and they created Captain Pollution.
No, not that episode. I'll look it up.
Honestly, I don't know anything about Captain Planet because I didn't watch it.
what?
neither.
You didn't watch Captain Planet?
I
He
was watching
wasn't- he
Scooby Doo
wasn't-
when I was a
He
kid.
wasn't born when Captain Planet was out.
That's
I wasn't
true.
born when Scooby Doo was either.
He was a young boy.
But there's so many variations of Scooby Doo, so
On Boomerang, I used to watch the '60s Scooby Doo all the time. The one from the '60s
that-
to '70s.
That Vanity Fair
The most
article
famous one?
bullshit.
Yeah, they had Harlem
not bullshit, dude.
Globetrotters and stuff always in
Dude,
it.
they put Don Cheadle's version of Captain Planet in there. It just killed all credibility of that article.
They did not put Don Cheadle's. It even says that he's producing the movie.
No, they put Don Cheadle's YouTube video of Captain Planet in there. That just threw away the whole credibility of
Yeah.
your argument.
Yeah, okay. Get
That
out
was
of here.
horrible,
Sit down.
man.
Sit down, Eugene.
Mother, I'm about to sit. Matter of fact, I'm about to go sit down in my car and make a Taco Bell one. Peace, Preston.
Yeah,
Every time I see a video of Don Cheadle as him, I'm like, what the fuck?
that
am I
shit was
watching?
funny though.
That was a parody, right?
It was a
Yeah.
parody,
Parody
That's
down,
insane.
right.
but it was funny a parody.
Green Queen. The hell? Man, Leonardo already signed up for another movie though. He's doing the Manson murders
That'd be
with
interesting.
He playing Charles Manson.
no, Quentin Tarantino.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's making a movie called The Manson Murders, and Leonardo DiCaprio's playing an actor in it. Like legitimately, he's an actor. That's what the character is an actor. It has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. It has Margot Robbie, if you know who that is.
Moon.
She played Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. Probably
Yeah.
one of the only good
She
parts
was also
about it.
with him in Wolf of Wall Street.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
folks, I'll be right back.
you see her completely naked in that.
She was eye candy in Suicide
She
Squad.
was also in
She was good.
She was also
Focus movie
in
with Will Smith.
Tarzan as well.
Yeah, she was in Tarzan.
I didn't
Margot
like Tarzan.
Robbie, she's probably gonna get Oscar nominated next week. I think the Oscar nominees
what?
comes out on like 24th for I, Tonya,
Mhm.
which is in theaters right now.
I didn't like Tarzan though. It was all right.
I didn't watch Tarzan either.
I liked
very-
it.
I go see almost every movie, but then there's a couple movies I like. Eh.
Good
I want to
goddamn-
watch it.
But she did a movie I, Tonya, which is about the ice figure skating accident between Tanya Harding and
Yep.
what's her name? You probably know better than me.
Yeah, I know.
I knew
Karen.
I don't.
I
I seen
remember.
trailers of it. I know the movie. I seen trailers. That's about it.
It's supposed to be a really funny movie. So I mean, I might go see that if it gets nominated for some Oscars. I'll go see it because it's gonna win. I know it's gonna win best supporting actress. So
For Margot.
no, for Allison Janney. She plays the mom.
Okay.
But-
okay.
I mean, it has a Winter Soldier in it too. The guy
Yeah.
who plays Winter Soldier. Or Bucky.
Really?
Oh yeah, he plays.
Okay.
I think he plays like the coach in it. Or no, he's Harding's husband. Yeah. Show you how much I know about that incident.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Okay. I don't know much either, Preston. So
Nancy Kerrigan.
don't feel bad.
Nancy Kerrigan. That was her name.
Nancy
what you're looking-
Kerrigan.
who
Yeah,
you're looking
Nancy Kerrigan's the one that gets
Attack.
they break her ankle, right?
Yeah, with like a wrench or something. I remember her all on TV when I was a young boy.
And she still gets the medal.
Yeah.
So but yeah. Oh look. Patriots versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Did I not say? Did I not tell you, Preston?
It must
Eagles
suck
versus
to be
Patriots.
must suck to be a Cowboy fan. Shit.
Shut
Two
up.
teams. The two teams. They're literally the two teams that Cowboys fans hate the most.
Telling you, I'm calling it. Ring number 6. I hate the Patriots, but ring number 6, baby.
Man, if
I hate them too.
see, you're a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
Don't worry,
I don't
everyone
care
hates,
anymore.
everyone hates the Patriots.
I can already tell. Like, they're like, Manny, who's gonna win? I'm like, put me on a winning side. That's not the Cowboys.
How can you not
Like, that's
the
that point, and it pisses off. It pisses off my whole family. They're like, what? They're like, traitor, and I'm like, I'll go for the winning team. What do you mean?
Damn, Jumanji just crossed $750 million. Fuck,
Game is not game. What am I talking about? Movie.
yeah, Jumanji's killing it.
The movie's good. I'm telling everyone.
Jumanji's about to outgross Spider-Man: Homecoming in the U.S.
Nice.
I did not see that coming.
It's a good movie. It's just people do not like it due to the fact it's
It's not
a
Robin Williams.
reboot of. It's not Robin Williams.
They give
You know,
him
and I
a,
had that same mindset. I'm like, it's probably not going to be good because look at Ghostbusters.
they gave him a nice nod in the movie, I thought. But I mean,
Did they? I don't even know.
That's the problem with a lot of these sequels to like old ass movies. I mean, a lot of people go in thinking, "Oh, it's gonna be horrible" and all that shit. I mean, a lot of people look at what Blade Runner did. I mean, the first movie is a classic, and then it came back, and it majority of people who saw it liked it. Especially if you like
I
the
liked it.
first movie.
I never actually seen them, but my dad has, and he liked it.
Have you seen Jumanji yet, Akeyles?
No, I've been meaning to see it, but I just haven't gotten out yet. It looks really good though.
Yeah, don't you have Cody?
I do. Is it on there?
I'm sure you could probably find it. But it won't be a good quality, probably. But
Yeah, I'll probably wait till if I don't see it in movie theaters, then I'll wait till it goes out on DVD and get the DVD quality.
yeah, because
Definitely worth it though. It's
it's
pretty
been
long.
yeah, it's been #1 for like I think 4 weeks now in the U.S. I didn't expect this movie to blow up the way it did. I don't
I
think
think
anyone did.
for me, I thought it'll only be hardcore fans enjoying it.
Well,
That's my only deal.
well, this movie's already outgrossed the original, which is
Oh yeah.
because the original was not a big box office hit.
To me, is a lot of people expect it to be action 24/7 throughout the whole movie, and I mean it has some good action scenes, but I think it's people expected too much from it, and that's why they didn't like it, or some close to there.
Do you think people are going to see it just because The Rock is in it?
I wouldn't say just The Rock.
I think
they have
so.
some heavy names in there. They have Kevin Hart and Jack Black.
Man, Jack Black in this movie. If I was to give like a golden glow for a comedy, I would give it to him. Jack Black had me laughing the whole movie.
Oh my God, Preston! I did not believe it until I actually went to go see it with my friend. Oh my God, he's the star of the show, man.
Yeah, not Robin Williams, but Jack Black plays a teenage girl. The teenage girl gets put into his body. So the whole movie, he's literally acting like a 17, 18-year-old girl who's one of those girls who's always on her, always on
spoiled
her
as
phone.
hell, Instagram 24/7 type deal,
and
it's
he
the
plays
best.
that character. Yeah.
Just seeing him act like some 17-year-old bratty spoiled girl who thinks the world revolves around her is the best deal.
And the fun thing about the movie is I say Kevin Hart still plays Kevin Hart, but The Rock kind of plays a different character than he normally does. I don't know if y'all seen Central Intelligence. Which he starred in with Kevin Hart, and he's kind of like a goofy, lighthearted dude. That's kind of how he is in this one too, and he's always scared about everything, because technically he's a nerdy teenage boy who's afraid to even talk to a female.
Even being scared of butterflies, like that's how nerdy this kid is. Like he's scared of butterflies or something like that. Like it's that kind of nerdy.
So you see The Rock being scared of butterflies and stuff, and that's where like the charm of the movie is. That's why I think a lot of people wrote it off, and surprise, surprise, this is from Sony actually made this.
Now that's the thing I get triggered about that movie is there's so much product placement.
Yeah, you see Last Guardian poster in it. You
VR. You see the dude playing PS4, playing Street Fighter 5, a VR poster in the background, Last Guardian in the background. They have Sony phones, and I'm like, holy hell, there's product placement heaven. Like,
yeah, I don't know if you saw Spider-Man, but that had a lot of Sony stuff in it too.
Yeah, they did. It's one of these few movies where Sony actually does a pretty good job with the movie. I know they're known for bad movies, but they also have some of their good ones.
I mean, majority of movies Sony's been putting out, I think, have been pretty good.
Have you seen a trailer they're coming out with called Alpha?
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm interested. I don't know
It
where
actually
that
looks
movie's
really.
gonna go, but
But for anyone else who hasn't seen a trailer, pretty much think about I don't know what you want to call them. Pretty much people way back in time,
but
and it's literally a story of the first person domesticating the wolf, and it's their journey of going back to the kid's tribe
and I think that
to
what comes
and
like that comes out this summer,
there's no
right?
release date. There's no release date. It just says coming soon.
Damn, sounds like a Sony thing.
No, I want to go see it though. It looks like a really good story and looks like some good action scenes and everything into it.
Because I mean, they also distributed Blade Runner last year, which was really good.
Hmm
They did
Now, like
Spider-Man
the
last
bad
year.
movie everyone knows them for,
The
Emoji
Emoji
Movie.
Movie, yeah, that was not good. But I
A
think they
lot of
did
people
good.
say this. The moral of the story. The moral of the story is what people said it was good about it, but it's just how it was.
But I mean,
I saw it on one of those apps where you just download. You can watch the movies online or whatever.
Sony also has a hand in doing the Underworld series.
And that's a very popular series with a lot of people.
Yeah, Underworld is awesome. They did Underworld. I
Yeah, I
think they
haven't
did a
seen a
good.
newer.
They did a good. They did a good job with the Goosebumps movie too. I actually enjoyed Goosebumps. I don't
The
know if
Jack
anyone
Black
here saw it.
Goosebumps.
Yeah,
Yeah, I actually liked it a lot too. It
let me see.
wasn't. It wasn't one of the. It was one of those enjoyable movies.
No, they're doing a Goosebumps sequel too, which comes out this year. Hopefully, Jack Black is gonna be in it. So hopefully that turns out good.
Hopefully, that's. Yeah, I mean, I grew up not watching, but well, actually, also watching, that old Goosebumps TV show they did and everything.
I love the TV show. The TV show is good.
Did you watch the live
Yeah,
action
and I
movie?
had a huge collection.
Did your mic
Yeah.
disappear?
Oh, Mike, did you watch the live action?
I haven't watched it yet. Last I knew it was
Go
on
watch
Netflix.
it.
I would recommend watching it, man. I think you would enjoy it. It's just a fun movie. I don't know if Chad's seen
Yeah,
it or not.
I did like it a lot. I mean, I grew up on the Goosebumps books.
Chaz, have you seen the Goosebumps movie?
I saw the Goosebumps movie. It was a little, I guess, too silly for me.
See?
But I mean, it was watchable.
Is it because of Jack Black?
No, it wasn't because of Jack Black. I think it was just like overall theme.
I think the doll was kind of overkill.
Yeah,
The way they,
Well, have you ever seen? Have you ever?
they did a
I know
whole lot bringing like all the enemies because you're not scared even though like Goosebumps wasn't scary, but you don't get you don't get scared because it's just like there's not like one bad guy. You know what I mean?
yeah, because it's kind of like the Scooby Doo 2 movie they made where
Yeah.
they brought back every villain, and you're just like, this is way too much.
That was
Yeah,
stupid.
exactly. There's no tension.
The
Because of
the
it.
live action Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the first one. The second one was kind of messy. It was like all over the place.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Which I
I
was a
enjoyed
kid
it as
too.
a kid, but
Yeah,
yeah, I was a kid too, and so I enjoyed it.
man, they did fart jokes.
But I rewatched it. I rewatched it, well, it's because that's how Scooby Doo is, though.
Yeah, they're a
So
bunch
you
of
can't
potheads.
even.
I hate Scooby Doo, but that was just me.
Wait, you didn't like the animated show or the movie?
The movie. I mean the
Yep.
shows. I hated the shows. The only good Scooby Doo series I liked was A Pup Named Scooby Doo.
You don't like Scooby
Where they're
Doo?
all like, you like the early 2000 Cartoon Network one where they're all like little kids and Scooby Doo's a puppy.
I like
Pup
Pup
Named
Scooby
Scooby
Doo.
Doo.
Pup Scooby Doo was good.
Wasn't it more about Scrappy?
No,
I thought that was about Scrappy.
It was about
No.
Scooby
It
It
as
was them like as kids and Scooby Doo being a puppy.
yeah.
I think I watched it. It came on like on
I
33
watched
right?
it for sure.
It was kind of
CW.
like when everybody was going, the trend was with Tiny Toons and
Oh yeah,
I watched
the
Tiny
bang-
Toons.
everybody was
I
going
watched
for
Tiny
that.
Tiny Toons.
Everybody was going for like the little kid cartoon look thing.
The crazy thing is,
I
I
love
watched
that.
those, but then I will go watch this thing like Gargoyles, and Gargoyles is fucking awesome.
Tiny Toons was amazing.
Oh man, I remember Gargoyles.
No one ever talks about it, but that's one of the best shows I watched growing up.
I liked it.
Man,
It was
what
okay.
animated shows did you like, Akeyles? You
Man,
didn't like Scooby Doo?
I liked everything but Scooby Doo. Like
God.
Dexter.
Dexter, Powerpuff Girls.
I
Man,
love Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls
No,
was lit.
here's the thing I like about Powerpuff Girls. They made it for like it all like it was promoted for girls, but there was a lot of guys that actually watched it.
I watched
Honestly,
it.
I think the biggest audience for that movie was guys, or the show was guys.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah,
I
watched
I
Billy
actually
and
loved it. That was
Mandy.
one of the
The new one I'm not too
Billy-
keen on.
because it's more like Teen Titans Go is more for like all that audience.
Yeah, they made it for that audience. It doesn't have like the comedy as much as
The good old classic Johnny Bravo.
yeah. I love
Oh,
Johnny Bravo or Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken was good too.
Count Stick.
So, I'm gonna take a guess. You didn't like Ed, Ed, and Eddie either, did you, Chaz?
No,
Oh,
Ed and Eddie was my shit.
Yeah, Eddie was my shit also. It was like stupid comedy. Up there with Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy was my shit.
Oh,
Yeah, that show is very stupid.
I did not like it.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
What, you didn't like
Ren and
Ren and Stimpy? Or
I also-
Ren
No, I didn't like Ren and Stimpy. I loved
What?
Ed and Eddie.
What? I can't be friends with you, dude. Ren and Stimpy was the shit.
I don't know what Ren and Stimpy is.
Oh my god, Preston. You're missing some great comedy. Stupid comedy, but it's great.
Raunchy comedy.
When did it start?
Oh, you're probably a wee little boy.
Around the same time as all those cartoons.
I was 1 year old when it started.
I was 1 year old.
No, it ended.
I was
It ended
1
when I
year
turned
old.
1.
Oh. I was like, you can probably YouTube it now. I don't think it's on Netflix or anything. Ren and Stimpy.
Mm-mm.
But
Stimpy
I
was-
also grew up on weird shit like South Park, so
Ren was a chihuahua and Stimpy was a fat cat, but
Stimpy was the cat.
yeah. But Ren was
The
the smart.
stupid cat.
Yeah, Ren was the smart one, like smart, angry one all the time. He was always angry because of Stimpy being stupid, and he was stupid.
Almost
So
like
it's
almost like
kinda-
a raunchy Pinky.
Yeah,
Raunchy
Pinky in the
Pinky in the
Brain.
brain.
yeah, I love Pinky in the Brain.
I say it was a good trend because those two. That's kind of like where Beavis and Butthead started, because like Manny's saying, they were like a raunchy comedy because they came on, like on Nickelodeon after dark, like after dark.
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh yeah.
There was a game that came out for Beavis and
But
Butthead,
that was-
and that game was dope.
That game was funny as fuck.
I don't remember what game it was.
They had it for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I played it on the Super Nintendo.
I played on the.
That's how you know
Sega
how
Genesis.
old it is.
Man, that game was awesome.
I remember a South Park racing game on the N64, and that's when my parents took it away from me because I I got it, and then I was like, oh no, they don't know what it is, and now they do.
And they're gonna walk in on the humor and be like, "What the fuck are you watching?"
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a kid. I don't know what the hell they're saying.
I did that to my nephew.
I'm just playing it. I'm like, look, this is a weird version of Mario Kart, you know?
You know, Marvel Comics actually published like a Beavis and Butthead comic for like 2 years.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Man, Marvel did some. They did Ren and Stimpy too, comics. And Earthworm Jim. What the hell?
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, Earthworm Jim.
I don't remember that game much.
Great
I don't
game.
remember playing that game. I remember playing it, but it's like I don't remember everything about it. You know what I mean, Mike?
What?
We were young.
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim.
I love that game. That was one of my favorite games to play on Sega Genesis.
What the fuck did Chad
As
just
it-
post?
It was also part. You guys probably don't remember when their Earthworm Jim. They did like another comedy game called Boogerman.
What game is that, Chaz?
I believe it's Tekken Emperor, but I'm not sure.
What the fuck?
What you talking about?
This dude's doing like a full-on rotation. The fuck?
And it's
Wonder-
not Neji. We have a Facebook group called Platform Gamers, so if y'all want to check that out,
Yep.
go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, we talk about games. We talk about movies. We try to have some fun
What is
without being.
this?
We will teach you the way, as you know.
Yes, we will.
That's- Michael doesn't know the way. We already know Chaz doesn't know the way. But I
I
mean,
thought that was some code for it.
that's
I
pretty
could be
much
wrong.
that's pretty much all for our show today. I mean, we were gonna talk about horror, but one of our biggest horror advocates isn't here today, so it kind of made it tough. So we started talking about some comic books and stuff. So the next episode, we're gonna try to make sure we get our boy Astral Monk on. He's normal on our gaming podcast, and we hope to talk about some why we love horror films so much. That's what we want to talk about. I know Michael was getting ready for it. I don't know if Chad's actually watched a lot of horror films or not.
No, I
He say he's
don't.
scared. He say he gets scared.
I didn't say any
Yes.
of that. This
You get
man's a
scared?
liar. But no, I don't watch
He
the
gets like a
movies.
scare, like a little tiny doll turning its head, and he's like, ah! You know, he's running away.
Again, none of this was said.
I mean,
I'm
Michael's
gonna
a
try to
liar.
watch it. I'm gonna try to go see if I can watch Insidious this week, and then maybe I could join you guys on it if everyone's seen it.
well, Akeyles, I would like you to go watch a horror film. It could be any horror film. It could be any horror film.
You want this man to rage quit?
It
Just
could
so you
be
can
it.
talk about it.
It could-
It could be.
There's
it
a
could
lot
be
of good
Chucky.
ones out there.
I mean,
It could be
Chucky's
Halloween.
hilarious.
It could be I was about to say Michael Jackson for some reason. I meant Michael Myers.
Michael Jackson is a horror film. What?
Yes.
Achilles, if you want, fam, get it on Vudu. And if it makes you feel comfortable, I'll watch it in a PlayStation party chat with you. You know,
Party
I'll
chat with
comfort
you.
Well, hold your hand.
Yeah, we'll hold your hand.
Conjuring is a good movie series.
Yeah, I would
That's a good
recommend
one.
watching The Conjuring, Achilles. It's not too
there
scary,
you
and
go.
it actually
That might-
has a good story.
That
Like
might
I
be-
said, if I get time, I will watch a horror film.
How about right now?
I have
I
parents.
mean,
What
I'm
time
sure,
is it?
I'm sure
It's
you've
like
seen horror films in your
11.
life, so you can also talk about why you don't watch horror films.
All right.
Is Eugene even here?
He went to Taco Bell. He said
He
he,
fought.
He went to Taco Bell. What the hell?
He
You
did,
better
he
be getting
put-
me some.
he told you he was going to Taco Bell. He said, "Yo, I'll be right back. I'm at the Taco Bell."
Well, we're about to do our outros, and Eugene's gonna be sitting here by himself. All right.
France with 2L says that Justin Belber movie is a horror film, or any Twilight movie.
Oh my God! Don't get me started.
That's probably right up there. That's probably right up Achilles' alley. Twilight.
No. Not at all.
He
Would
likes
your-
his sparkling vampires.
Would your wife make you watch Twilight?
No.
Thank God I have no one like
She-
that in my
she
life.
reads books, and she thinks the book versions are always superior than movies. So
Like
for the most
like the
part,
So you got a break.
like the Harry Potter films. Everybody,
But- she
thinks the Harry
really
Potter
appreciates the Harry Potter films. She says those are really well adapted.
yes,
That's what I said. The Harry Potter
Well,
films
yeah,
are
those.
really good.
Those.
See, I will say this: I've watched the Harry Potter movies, never read any of the books. I enjoy the films; they're really well written to me.
For how
I don't
long?
think-
For how long those books are, and how good they did the movies, I think they
'Cause
did
it's
a
like
really good job.
It's because I don't know if you ever seen the Hunger Games, Preston. Have you?
Yeah, I actually enjoy the Hunger Games. I think
watched
the
first
books
one
are a
after
whole
that.
lot better, but
Yeah, like did you notice that the first movie compared to the first book, it did like a lot of people were mad about it. But whenever they made the second one and then the part 1 and 2 for the third one, they were more within like
they followed it
well,
closer.
yeah, like after they're listening to the fans, and that's what I appreciate them doing because I love the books.
Cool.
Well, that could be all.
And the one book to movie series that I hated that they butchered was the Percy Jackson series.
See, I like.
They
the
never
two.
made a third one.
They made 2 so far.
They never made a third one because it was so bad.
No,
I read like the whole entire first series within 2 days.
I think they'll do a third
I
one.
thought they were okay. They weren't, they weren't.
Yeah, I didn't
too
think they were bad or anything.
Well,
I like
the
I
movies.
like the
Well,
actor.
no, the movies weren't terrible. Yeah, the movies weren't
Oh,
terrible.
You want to talk about a movie that's terrible? That was first a book, then to a movie. Was Aragon.
Oh man.
Oh yes.
See, everybody's
But
man. Don't even.
I did enjoy the movie. I did enjoy the movie, but I mean, it's like compared to the book, Mike, you're right. It's terrible.
And it ended on such a cliffhanger.
That's a good one, France. I like that one.
Well, I mean, if you read the books, you know what happened. But they left me as a little boy like, well, what happened? I want to see the evil dragon.
France with 2 L's says if the dude from 50 Shades of Grey wasn't rich, he would have been arrested.
Yeah, for stalking.
Oh yeah. No,
For start.
that dude would have been in jail.
If he wasn't a rich, super looking white man, he'd be in jail. Like imagine like if I go up there, some little chunky Mexican be like, hey baby, come to my dungeon, I'm gonna get arrested.
Come to your what?
To the dungeon.
You had that little accent to it. That's why I said I had to rewind you.
Did I?
You had a little accent.
Hey, señorita, you come to my
Exactly.
dungeon.
Come to my dungeon.
All right, guys. I'm about to have to get out.
Get out, like the movie Get Out.
Yeah. So, Manny, give your outro.
Yo,
You're
Scott,
right.
Hello,
Hello.
my name is Man. Wait, did Eugene just come
Yeah,
back?
he just got back from Taco Bell.
yeah, talk about my dudes.
Okay, Eugene, give your
We
outro.
just about to do.
I got a crying baby.
Don't say you're crying.
Well, I
You're
get.
being happy.
Do I get an outro?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said
that's what I'm saying. Give your
Yeah,
outro.
that's your
Yeah,
outro,
yeah.
Eugene. Let's go.
I'm on a phone, so I can't use my phone to make music.
Just
Well, hang up and tell them something important real quick.
Hold on a
Chad's
second.
gonna be like, I'm gonna skip you.
Hold on a second.
No, we don't need music. We just need you to say goodbye. That's it.
Just say goodbye.
Oh, all right, y'all. Have a good night. Peace in the Middle East.
France with 2 L's
Right.
said that the World War Z movie sucked compared to
It
the
was
book.
not. Well, yeah, the book was a bunch of reports. It wasn't. It was like interviews.
Why are we still talking? I thought we was having an outro.
Okay,
Why are we
Manny.
still talking?
Manny,
Yeah.
give your outro.
I was just reading the comments. The people writing.
Well, first, I want the other two to shut up.
Let's go.
The fuck you
Okay,
talking
now
to?
you heard you heard the dog in the background, so I guess that'll be my intro. Bark. I don't know.
You mean your outro?
Yeah.
All right, Michael.
Yo, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Big Mike. Make sure you check me out on YouTube and
Boring.
on Twitch podcast platform Twitch podcast when I'm streaming.
All right, Akeyles.
All right, you know what it is. We're out. Links down in the bottom. Check out Player One Coffee. If you want to buy some coffee, check it out. Use our link. Our links are down at the bottom, and we're out.
Yep. I'm out. Peace.
Someone needs to inform me on this.
All right, we out.